Is there a hope for revival? Because I think essentially...
You see, the hope for revival...
That's what we're focusing on.
The government... You see, when I restructuring the civil service, I just smile. Abbas just said the same thing. They restructured it. Jonathan, Ronosoyi, and the rest of them. Restructuring. They will continue to restructure, and they will not get the result because they are not asking the right questions.
What are the questions that they should
be asking? The question is, what do they expect from the civil service? And all over the world, the civil service advises on policy. They help to implement government decisions, and they keep records of all government activities. Broadly, those are their functions. Now, which one are they allowing the civil service to do today? If now the governors are acting like military governors, or semi-military governors. So the average civil servant today doesn't have the courage or confidence to express a different opinion from his minister.
Let us say, for instance, because you seem to be focusing a lot on the states. You're concerned about what is happening in the states, and you rightly should be.
I just use examples.
Okay, because that's where development
that's federal too. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Do you think that they could take any lesson from the federal government, or do you think that the federal government can set an example for the states? If we're to start from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, the federal government should make up its mind that it wants to put the civil service in its right place, allowing them to do what civil service all over the world are set up to do. You should be able to allow them to advise on policies, implement government policies, and keep records of government. The moment you slip short over them, they will withdraw. Right? Okay.
Ever since a democratic dispensation, this Fourth Republic, isn't it just one question that all of them seem to be asking? Do the right thing so that government can move forward and succeed?
Yes. They've been saying it to you in the press. What do they do in their offices? You see, the issue is that we have not really gone finally to a democratic government. We hope we will get there now. All along is having quasi-military sense, not even military presence. Quasi-military sense. You see, if you just wake up and you are just listening to your news and somebody says your governor has removed you, psychologically, it's depressing. People have removed. There are processes in the civil service by which you can remove people. There are processes.
But you know, we have someone who was...
There are times, if you see, the mistake that happens is this. Even when there is some corrupt act, that's what we call interdiction in the civil service. That is, they interdict you. And what they do when they interdict you is, okay, my friend, don't come to work for the next 3 months until we finish the investigation we are carrying out on you. So the civil service itself has its own mechanism to deal with itself,
but many
if allowed.
Many think that process doesn't seem to be working because they've seen
the process was
what
destroyed
happens with the pension scheme, and then they talk about people in the civil service have this mindset that they have this job for life.
You are talking of these later day things. You didn't look at what led to. You see, the people that came fund a bad situation, you know, to be getting worse by the day. By the time I was in I left the civil service in 1976, quite some years ago. Now, at that time, there was general orders, the GO, and you have to comply with the GO. Even when you go on leave, ordinarily going on leave, it must be gazetted. Okay. There's financial instructions that says what you can do, what processes, who can give level of approval, and things like that. And if there's any from friends, there is procedure for punishment.
Okay, well,
but when the issue of Commander-in-Chief came, some of these things changed. And then gradually, we got to all those nonsense that happened in the 1990s, in the year 2000.
So we still have we've been having Commander-in-Chiefs ever since 1999. Right. This government has got 4 years for now.
Yes.
If they want to reform the civil service and get results, what should they do first?
They have to re-educate, because a lot of the civil servants who are up there now never saw a good thing.
never saw a good thing.
At all.
How do you mean?
Who are their mentors? The people that have been shown to be corrupt are their mentors.
So would it be wise to allow them?
So that is why I like the training program, and I like what the Vice President said when we were watching that thing. You see, take them to retreats and let all of them and yourself discuss what exactly is your role as civil servants. What is not making you do it? Let us discuss. Not matter of somebody just going to address a press conference. Let us discuss it. What is not making you perform your role? There are excesses of politicians too. Political. Thank God, we're looking. That's why the expectation is so high on Buhari, because everybody say anything. It is the credibility of Buhari that everybody is telling today in this country, not any other person's credibility.
What if the government says,
okay,
I need to do something
yes.
to get results in the civil service?
Yes.
If the headlines are saying, look, FG says there's a lot of corruption going on there, they've had these retreats. If they come up and say, look, I'm afraid I need to get rid of a crop of people there,
okay,
so that I can have my ideas, infuse my ideas into new people. They can go ahead and stick with the TSA, not people who have already developed a thick skin in terms of what their mentors have passed on to them. Would it be wrong?
That's a possibility.
To clean up?
That's a possibility. I mean, I think it's one of the approaches that is possible and that could bring results. I believe so.
Without being counterproductive. Because, I mean, I have to go back to that particular question about, you know, things being counterproductive. Yes. We're waging a war on corruption right now, and you're already saying that it's okay to actually let off a crop of people so that there can be sanity in the system. What are the chances that these measures will not be counterproductive?
Take a chance. When you fight a war, some people that you don't intend to die will die. So if we have to declare war on corruption. And you see, it's easy to talk about the civil service, but we can't take the civil service in isolation. Thank God, like I keep on saying, everybody is selling Buhari's credibility. Because if his ministers understands the way the president's mind is working, and if they imbibe the discipline which he has in mind, then they won't have conflict with their permanent secretary. And once you allow this, you see, if you know the civil servants, you will run away from them. Because they know the rules, they keep records, and the day they want to deal with you after you leave, and they want to destroy you, they require also our programs, also documents to deal with you.
So they do keep records. I mean, you talked about three roles that the civil servant.
They keep records, but you use it for various purposes.
Yes.